Okay, let's dive into this explainer. You know that immediate sinking feeling? You go to sell your old sedan, or maybe trade it in for an upgrade, and suddenly you realize your car title is just gone. Poof! Without that physical piece of paper, you're completely stuck in your tracks. You legally cannot move forward. But hey, don't worry, because today we are going to fix exactly that. Hitting that roadblock can definitely cause a moment of panic, but honestly, take a deep breath. Navigating the Kansas Division of Vehicles is actually super manageable once you know the exact steps. We're going to walk through the timeless, core procedures to replace your lost or stolen title in Kansas so you can just get back to business without all the stress. Because let's face facts, right? A missing title effectively freezes your automotive life. You absolutely cannot legally sell to a private party, dealer trade-ins are totally off the table, it halts any registration transfers, and it completely blocks refinancing options. That title is the ultimate key. So today, we're demystifying the exact realities of this process to get you back on the road. Here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, the dilemma and basics. Then, mastering form TR720B. We'll look at submission methods, followed by costs and processing times. Then, we'll tackle the lien trap and troubleshooting, and finish up with final tips and a disclaimer. Let's jump in.
Section 1. The Dilemma and the Basics.
So, what is a Kansas car title, really? Well, it is the definitive legal document proving you actually own that vehicle. It's not just a receipt, it is the absolute legal proof required for any modifications, sales, or registration transfers in the state. Because of this, only the registered owner on file or someone with a legally verified power of attorney can request a duplicate. You can't just send a buddy down to the DMV to handle it for you without the strict legal paperwork. Moving on to Section 2. Mastering Form TR720B. And here is your magic key to solving this whole mess, the Kansas TR720B form. This is the mandatory application for securing your duplicate title. You can grab this directly from the Kansas Department of Revenue website, snag one at your local county treasurer's office, or even fill it out digitally on portals like iCan. Regardless of how you get it, this single piece of paper is the undisputed gatekeeper to your new title. Now, filling this out correctly? Absolutely non-negotiable. First, you've got to check the duplicate title backs and state exactly why you need it, whether it's lost, mutilated, or illegible. And by the way, if it is mutilated, you actually have to attach the damaged title to the application. Next, enter your exact VIN and vehicle details, your driver's license number, the exact odometer reading, and provide signatures that match the registered owner's name perfectly. Every single detail has to match your current registration record, or you're looking at an instant rejection by the state. And I literally cannot stress this next part enough. The form guidelines are brutally clear. Guessing your odometer reading or failing to certify its accuracy will completely void your application. You actually have to walk out to your car, look at the dashboard, and write down the exact mileage, no tenths of a mile included. You also have to check a box certifying whether this is the actual mileage or if it exceeds mechanical limits. Being perfectly accurate here prevents fraud and keeps your paperwork moving smoothly. All right, Section 3, Submission Methods. You basically have 4 main options to submit this, depending on your urgency and your budget. Going in person gets you direct help and rapid entry into the system, but, you might face those legendary DMV wait times. The online iCan portal is super convenient with 24/7 access, though you're still waiting for standard mail delivery for the actual title. Mailing the form directly to Topeka is an option where no travel is required, but it's definitely the slowest route. Finally, if you're in a massive rush to sell, a private title company can get it processed incredibly fast, but you will absolutely pay higher service fees for that luxury. Section 4. Costs and processing times. The genuinely great news here? The standard baseline state fee for a duplicate title in Kansas is a highly affordable $10. That is the core fee set by the state to print and mail your replacement document. However, that $10 is rarely the final out-of-pocket cost. Depending on your specific county, you might see extra facility fees. Like in Sedgwick County, they add a $5 charge. If you pay with a credit card, expect a convenience fee of around 2 to 2.5%. And if you go with an expedited private service, they often charge an additional $12 or more on top of the state fee. So it's always best to have a little extra cash ready. Now for the waiting game. While the state aims to be fast, your actual wait can vary wildly. Expedited third-party processing can sometimes get it done in just 3 days. Standard online or in-person processing usually has a minimum 10-day wait. But if you rely on standard mail for the entire process, the state warns it could take a maximum of 40 days. So definitely choose your method based on how quickly you need to make that vehicle transaction.
Section 5. The lien trap and troubleshoot it.
Pay close attention here, because this is a huge trapdoor where most applicants get stuck. Since 2003, Kansas has used an e-title system. What this means for you is that if you are currently paying off a car loan, meaning you have an active lien on the vehicle, a physical paper title literally does not exist. The state just holds it as a secure digital record.
The official guidelines spell it out perfectly. Kansas does not print any titles that have a lien listed. So if your registration says title held electronically at the top, you can't just order a duplicate paper title. Before the state will ever print a piece of paper, you must obtain a notarized lien release from your bank proving the loan is paid off, and submit that along with your application. Trying to get a paper title while you still owe money is the #1 reason these applications are rejected. And just a quick troubleshooting tip regarding fraud prevention. If you're having a family member, a dealership, or some third party submit the paperwork for you using a power of attorney, strict ID verification is legally mandated. The state requires a clear photocopy of the principal owner's valid photo ID to be attached. If you forget this photocopy, the application stops dead in its tracks.
Finally, Section 6. Final tips and disclaimer.
Let's recap these realistic, manageable steps.
First, look at your current registration to verify your lien status. If there is a loan, get that lien release first. Second, complete Form TR 720B meticulously, taking special care with the VIN and the exact odometer reading. Third, pick your submission channel based on your timeline. And fourth, pay the state fee plus any local county surcharges. Do those 4 things and you are golden. Just a quick, helpful reminder. Government fees and administrative policies can update over time. While this core process remains timeless, you should always check with the official Kansas Division of Vehicles website or your local county treasurer to verify the most current details before you mail anything in. With the right preparation, regaining your proof of ownership is no longer a stressful mystery. It's entirely in your control. Now that you hold the roadmap, are you going to let bureaucracy keep your car parked, or are you ready to reclaim your title and get back in the driver's seat?